Jerry the King Lawler.
And tonight, JR, these thousands of fans here in the arena and the millions watching at home are going to see the greatest superstars in the world.
This one has the potential to turn ugly quick, King.
That's right, JR. And winning is great, but it's hard to enjoy it from a hospital bed.
Disagree with his methods, but no one can argue the success of Triple H.
I knew it was only a matter of time before he tried something like that.
Competitors are some of the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport.
These guys are going to tear each other apart.
In our business have reached the heights that Shawn Michaels has.
Jericho talks a lot of trash, JR, but he can back it up, too. Listen to the crowd, JR. They're eating this up.
Randy Orton's a third-generation superstar, and he was born to compete in the WWE.
He shouldn't be taunting him, JR. Keep your words soft and sweet in case you have to eat them later.
You just know that these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
You'll never see action like this on SmackDown, JR. Taunting your opponent is like adding insult to injury. Time before he tried something like that.
Superstars willing to go to get the win here tonight.
Man, I'd pay money to see these two guys go at it again, JR.
He's cocky for sure, King, but his taunting might come back to haunt him. great deal of confidence by taking the time to taunt him. Certainly has his hands full in this matchup.
You might want to close your eyes, JR. I think this one's about to get ugly.
More punishment being dealt out by this tenacious superstar. There's a lot of pride on the line here, and nobody wants to go back to the locker room as the loser.
These guys are beating the heck out of each other.
The game got all of that pedigree. This match is over.
There's going to be anything left of these guys by the time they're done.
These competitors are some of the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport.
These guys are going to tear each other apart.
Tell you, King, I have no idea how these guys could keep going.
I've never seen this kind of intensity in a match, JR. Like this that make this the greatest job in the world.
Now we see his true colors. There's a lot of pride on the line here, and nobody wants to go back to the locker room as the loser.
These guys are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
Look at that. He's telling him exactly what he thinks of him. Maneuvers in the business.
No one likes to lose, JR, but he just got dominated. There's no way he could have pulled it off. Time to play the game. It's all about control. And if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. No way you can shake me. I am heavy debt. No way you can play me.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
It's like he read his opponent's mind. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I
don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole. He's been chomping at the bit, and now he's getting his chance to enter the match. And it's been reversed.
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm
no trouble kicking out of that one. We better tell the cameraman not to go for any close-ups on Chris Benoit, JR. We don't want people's TV screens cracking.
I don't think Benoit ever won any beauty contest, King. That's probably because he was too busy putting his body on the line year after year to rise to the very top of this business.
These superstars are so unpredictable, this match could go another...
And another competitor is about to join the action.
I know you think Randy Orton's great, JR, but no one's got a higher opinion of him than Orton himself.
What a reversal.
I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was. I don't know how much more punishment a human body can withstand.
Or that part of it, anyway.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars...
Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. I don't think he's climbing up there for the view.
So glad Chris Benoit isn't the World Heavyweight Champion anymore. Watch out! He reversed it! Jericho's so in love with the sound of his own voice that it wasn't enough.
You're not going to get him with that one. Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times.
So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you. Here's the cover, JR.
2. He was a split second away from a 3 count. He's a slippery devil. That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall. These fans know what he's about to do next.
Look out! Butt
Batista bomb! That's got to be it, JR. I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can't, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way.
What a fun...
All's fair in love and war, JR, and I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. He countered that and made it look easy. It looks like they've decided to slow the match down a bit here.
Here's the pin. Could this be it?
2, 3.
Thinks he's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not so sure this one's about winning or losing anymore. I think it's become more personal than that.
Of course it's personal, JR. Anytime you step into the ring with someone who wants to beat you down in order to win the match, it's personal.
I guess I can't argue with that, King. I just wonder if they'll be able to settle their differences in this match, or if it's going to wind up bigger than that.
I almost feel bad for Taz and Michael Cole. They never get to call matches as good as this.
SmackDown's had its fair share of exciting matchups, King, but I'm inclined to agree with you. There's nothing like watching the Raw superstars perform live.
And we're so lucky, JR. We get to see them every single... Wow, what a great actor. He even had me fooled.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
Was that 3? No? Come on. Oh, boy. These top rope moves can go either way. No WWE superstar ever wants to admit they've got their limits, but when you've been getting hammered like a railroad spike all match, you don't have much of a choice.
Excellent counter. What ring presence.
What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen here in the WWE. That went nowhere.
You know, JR, I racked my brain. He countered that one perfectly. I think they're going to try to gut it out, JR, but guts will only get you so far. Sometimes it's just not physically possible to keep going. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. If there's the submission, there might not be any way out of it.
There better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal super... It appears he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Oh, man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
He's not going to get off with that one.
He's going for the cover, JR.
2, 3.
Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh, it's over, JR. Well, he did what he came to do. He beat down his opponent until he could get the pinfall.
That's the way it's done, King. Nothing ambiguous about that outcome.
You're right about that, JR. He clearly dominated his opponent.